Hey everyone! Before we begin, we will have new Hylian Gamescast videos up every day. New gaming and Nintendo news videos every day. New Zelda theories or top 10 list videos every week, and even more. To do all of this, we need your help and support. If you would like early access to all of these new videos, shoutouts, being a guest in our videos, or having your question answered or topic discussed, then please visit patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can help support Jesse, Daniel, Chublima, and myself on all of the work we do here on the Hylian Gamescast. Once again, thank you for your continued support.
Okay, get ready for the tears. So the website nintendosoup.com reports, I don't know how old this. It is 1 day ago. Not that old. But Nintendo Soup reports our good friend Masahiro Sakurai says manga characters absolutely not allowed to join Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So the article goes on. Nintendo fans in Japan have dug out an interesting interview featuring Super Smash Bros. Creator Masahiro Sakurai. The interview released 10 years ago. In the official interview, Sakurai said it was impossible for manga characters to join the roster of the Super Smash Bros. Series. This comes after many requests were made by Japanese fans. 10 years after this comment was made, it seems Sakurai hasn't changed his stance, as he wants to keep Smash Bros. Strictly for video game characters. We'll leave you with the full translation, translated by nintendosoup.com, below. It is impossible for manga characters to join Super Smash Bros. While we can accept characters from other companies, we cannot under any circumstance take in anything and everything under the sky. That's because Super Smash Bros. Is a game that requires everyone's cooperation. End quote.
Yeah.
So, yes. And I would say, given Nintendo's history of kind of flip-flopping on things,
no new 3DS.
I mean, this is a quote from 10 years ago. For Smash 4, though, the thing is, like, I kind of take this with a grain of salt, because for Smash 4, Sakurai said Ridley would in no way be a Smash Bros. Fighter. And yet, he also said Villager would never be in Smash Bros. Before Brawl. And yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So my thoughts on this is, if Nintendo sees that enough fans want it, and there is an agreement between all the companies that own the property, and if it's guaranteed to make money, I think Nintendo will do it. Like, in my fan canon, in my own head canon on Smash Bros, there's a lot of people that were complaining, like, oh, why would they put the Piranha Plant in instead of giving us Sora or Waluigi or whoever? Why is the Piranha Plant there? In my head, I'm thinking, well, Nintendo knows people want Waluigi or Sora or all of these other people, Banjo. They know people will pay money for that. So instead of giving it to everyone for free, they give you this bonus character as a thank you for buying the game early. And then they know everyone wants Waluigi and these other characters, so they'll release them as DLC because they know it'll make more money. And I think that's why. I don't think it was necessarily that they wanted Piranha Plant in there more than the other characters, but they knew they could make a lot more money if they just released it as a bonus character. Not saying that Waluigi and Sora are going to be in there, just that's my idea, is giving this character as a bonus and then giving the characters that everyone is begging for as DLC. But Stealth, you're here. You're our special guest. You put out an interesting tweet the other day, basically saying it's sad for the fans of Goku in Smash, which is one of the characters that I really wanted, because playing what's the new game, the Jump Force game that's releasing next year?
Oh yes, Jump Force.
Yeah,
I don't remember the full title. But...
yeah, so it has a mix of like Dragon Ball Z and I think Naruto and I think even a Yu-Gi-Oh character is in there.
Yep, that's true.
Yami. The one, like the god, or whoever it is, that's inside the pyramid. No, it was the pharaoh. I forget the story, it's been so long. What was it? Do you know, Stealth? Was he the pharaoh?
I think so.
Yeah. So anyways, it's like a big collaboration of a bunch of people. It's like Jump Force's version of Smash Bros, where they get all of their characters in there. There's I think Yusuke and I forgot the other one. There's another character that was like a bad guy from the tournament season of Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah. And I'm very excited for that. But playing that and then playing like Dragon Ball Fighters, where these characters are originally from manga, but they are also in video games. And I think if it was a situation to where one company approached the other about it and they were like guaranteed to make a lot of money for introducing the character, then I think they would do it. But I think it's a situation to where everything has to go perfectly in order for it to happen. If there's like a hiccup at all in the conversations, then I think they would just move on to another character. But Stealth, what are your thoughts on this?
So in general, I agree. I don't think characters are necessarily impossible. But in certain manga situations, certain rights for certain series are owned and split between like 3 or 4 companies. So like there would be certain situations where some manga characters would probably literally be impossible. But really the one that everyone wants is Goku, and I'm not sure where the rights of Dragon Ball sit now. I assume if Sakurai wanted to do it, he could do it. I just think it's more of a situation where he doesn't want to do it versus it's actually impossible.
Yeah. I think where the rumors, like everyone's always wanted their favorite characters in Smash Bros, but specifically for this version of Smash Brothers, and I think even the Wii U and 3DS versions, I think a lot of the rumors about Goku spurred from the fact that I believe Bandai Namco is developing Smash Bros, and they're the ones I believe that also worked on like Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, so Namco owns the video game rights to Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and
they don't own the manga rights.
Yeah.
So
and where Namco is making these Dragon Ball Z games, and one of their teams is also helping Nintendo with this game. I think that's where a lot of people started seeing it, because I think that was also why Pac-Man showed up in Smash Bros.
Yeah, because that's a Namco-owned character.
Yeah, and where Namco was helping develop the game, they put some of their own characters in there as well. So people think that's why Goku might have a really good chance. Interestingly enough, when we was at E3, everyone is a fan of, well, almost everyone's a fan of Banjo-Kazooie being in Smash Bros. But Greg Miller of Kinda Funny, we were watching the GameSpot live stage, and they were interviewing the person that was in charge of Xbox Live.
Xbox guy, yeah.
He was in charge of Xbox Live, and they asked him if he had played Smash for the Switch, and he said that he enjoyed it, and they asked him if he could put any Microsoft character into Smash Bros, who would it be? Everyone thought the obvious answer is Banjo, because that, it makes sense. Banjo was on the Nintendo platforms first, but he said that he would like to see Master Chief represent Xbox if he were to be put in Smash Brothers. And then they went on to talk about the other partnerships between Nintendo, where they have a Microsoft game, Minecraft themed Nintendo 3DS. So you have a Nintendo console that's a limited edition version of an Xbox first party game. So there's a bunch of stuff there, and obviously there was all the tweets back and forth between Nintendo and Xbox whenever Fortnite came up and became an issue for PlayStation fans. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Back to you, Stealth. How are you?
I knew it would happen.
Yes. Also,
we all knew.
If anyone goes to type on the keyboard, if they could mute their mic before they start typing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, Stealth, do you have any final thoughts before we move on?
In terms of the potential 5 DLC characters for Smash. I mean, I think it could pretty much be anybody. And, I wouldn't necessarily rule out an anime character. If there's enough demand for it, Sakurai could make it happen. I mean, Sony couldn't even get Cloud in their Sony All-Stars game on PS3 and Vita, and yet Sakurai was able to do that for Smash, so, he can work magic.
That's Sakurai magic. And that's the thing, too, is this article, it cites a quote from 10 years ago. So much has changed in the Nintendo space in the last 10 years, especially when it comes to them playing nice with other companies. Yeah.
Well, you also have all the quotes from Iwata, before he passed, saying that.
Oh yeah.
We'll
never enter the mobile market.
Yeah, Nintendo will never make mobile games and stuff, and now it's one of their main focus. Because you can make lots of money from those free games. So, Tubes, Ilya, I don't think you guys said much about this before we move on to the next.
I mean, I don't know anything about mangas. I don't really read anything, so it doesn't really apply to me. Well, I mean, I know that, but I mean, I've never gotten into mangas. I mean, if I did, it would be Zelda mangas, so I don't really have anything to say on this because it doesn't apply to me.
So, breaking, the fourth wall a bit, having no manga characters, period, being in Smash Bros., almost every Zelda game has its own manga. So, that's an interesting thing.
True.
So, Tubes.
Although, in that case, it's a game adapted to manga, not a manga adapted to game. But
some of the stories are really good, but then some of them are horrible as well.
True.
Tubes, you're wearing your shirt that Nintendo gave you, your Christmas sweater. What all is
Yeah.
on
I love
it?
the power moon on
This is my
there.
Nintendo Christmas sweater.
Yeah,
I know,
do they
it's-
force you to wear
It's
those?
really something.
Do the
This is
Nintendo
my
ninjas
uniform.
force you to wear that when you're working?
My uniform. I have to wear it.
You don't have a badge or
That's a
anything that
yes.
has your name on it? Do they give you a badge or something that has your
No,
name
I don't.
for people? No.
No.
The weird... Okay,
No.
so you better be happy because I say that because I remember at this one convention when they were first showing off the 3DS, they had them on the representatives were there and they had them on necklace
Oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah.
It was like a Velcro kind of vest situation.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have any name tags. I've seen a couple of other reps that actually have name tags, but I think that's just kind of they have their lanyard and then a bunch of pins on it. Sometimes they'll pop a name tag on it, but that's about it.
So they had
Nice lanyard, Jesse.
Yeah, this is my E3 thing that I got signed by
mine.
all my favorite people at IGN because I love some of the people.
Probably
I had
can't
a
see it.
really great conversation with Pierre Snyder, so that was really fun.
Good times.
Yeah, they're all great, but they had them wearing lanyards like this that had a bungee thing on it, like a little tiny rubber rope that stretched out, kind of like a dog leash. And they would wear these, and they would have the Nintendo 3DSs key locked to their lanyards. So whenever you would go to test them out, instead of them being tied down to a desk or a kiosk, they would just be hanging there. So you'd have to stand 6 inches away from the person playing the 3DS with them right in your face.
Yeah, because I think they were pretty close to being finished units, so they didn't want someone to run away with one,
Yeah.
which would be
Yeah.
bad.
I was gonna say even at events, depending on the event, we always have consoles tethered, so they're locked up. People are not able to take them, and if we are out on the floor, physically demoing them, we actually have a backpack, and they're tethered to the backpack, so people can't steal it because it's locked to us.
Until you get kidnapped.
But yeah,
Yeah, they'd have to take the person.
back on topic about manga characters in Smash. There are lots of other games out there that cater to having manga characters in Smash. I don't know why they would want them in Smash, because it's very...
Oh, that's disturbing.
Yeah, it's...
This is the Zelda sequel I was
Uh,
looking for.
Ew.
Yeah, but no, don't put manga characters in Smash. I mean, if anyone makes it in, it would have to be Jotaro, because, you know, I'm a big JoJo's fan, and he's the buffest of them all.
Why did it show? It just showed my message again randomly, and I was really confused.
Scary!
Yeah.
Like, my chat message, like, it just flashed it on my screen again. I'm like, I said that, like, 10 minutes ago.
Which one? 64?
Yeah.
So I think we can
So
move on
that's
to the next.
Yeah.
Weird.
All right.
Ah!
So what's the time? 22. Okay.
22. Yeah.
Can you write that down, Daniel, somewhere? 22.
22. Sure. Let me grab that little
It's just
thing
the
to write
time
things.
code. No, I meant like
There.
on the computer or something. It just makes it
Oh
easier
yeah, I
for
guess I
editing.
could do that. I have a computer right in front.
Yeah. Okay. So
22 minutes
All right.
done in the Skype.
we're ready to do this next one. Stealth, I apologize for the very unprofessional podcast, but that's just how we are. Somehow it managed to get us 70,000 subscribers. I have no idea why. So,
Hey everyone, it's me again, Elia Rose. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? If you're a fan of videos like this, you should totally subscribe and give this video a like and comment below to let us know what type of videos you would like to see us create in the future. And if you would really like to support all of us here at the GameOverJesse channel, please consider purchasing a GameOverJesse t-shirt or becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can receive many rewards, such as getting shoutouts, having any topic or theory that you select discussed on the podcast or made into its own video, having your question answered, joining on as a guest on the podcast, and playing with us during our Twitch live streams at twitch.tv/GameOverJesse, and much, much more.